right, metaphysical semen retention. Why does watching porn repel women? So this is all a subconscious thing. When we speak of metaphysical, it's what's going on in our thoughts, what's going on deep in there, whether we are aware of it or not. So when you go on a long streak, when you go on a long streak and you do not watch filth, you will start to see women pop up in your reality. You start to see your type of woman, whatever you believe is hot. Let's say we're just using labels because it's all attuned to you. So if you start watching porn, let's say, and you develop a habit and pattern of like neediness, I would need to have this kind of woman or whatever, you're going to repel those because you have that needy energy. And you know, if somebody is needy towards you, you're like, stay away from me. Now, that's at the physical level, but we're talking about metaphysical level. So at the metaphysical level, they're not going to show up in your life. They're not going to show up when you go grocery shopping. They're not going to show up in your gym. They're not going to show up in your feed of life, in your reality, because you're repelling them on a spiritual, energetic level. This applies to money. This applies to relationships, jobs. When you want something so bad, you're like, hey, I need it. And if someone's if you've ever had that, if you've ever been obsessed over, you're gonna be like, damn, get away from me, right? So when you start doing retention, we're gonna go into hormones and stuff. You start developing an I do not give up about anything. I'm just on my purpose, on my mission. This is also a little bit of, when you go on retention, you start to increase your testosterone. Testosterone is that I feel good, I feel happy. The higher testosterone, more mission, purpose, get out of my way. This is what I'm focused on right here. I'm focused. So women like that on a hormonal level. They like that you don't need them. And that's what they like. You'll notice that usually the girls that you show up in your life are going to be what? The ugly girls, let's say. Whatever you find not attractive. So you don't find them attractive, but they find you attractive. Why? Because you have the energy like, I don't really care about you. Or not necessarily I don't care about you in like a hurtful way. Just like you just don't pay so much attention to them because it's not your level of attraction. So they like that energy. They don't feel that you need them and you're obsessed over them. So then they start being attracted to you. You see the difference? When you obsess over, and then when you attract something, you chase something or you attract something. That's how that works. So people on porn brain develop this, like, especially if you masturbate to them, you develop this like neediness of like, this is what gets me off. This is what I want. So then in your reality, metaphysically, because we're energy, spiritual creatures, and how we're feeling subconsciously, you'll see interaction in your life, in your daily life. So give it a shot. Go watch corn one day and see how, when you go to the grocery store, how what you see or don't see. And then another day when you have like a fast, this probably applies to like screen time and all that kind of stuff. You go on a fast of this and then see how women will show up in your life. Why? Because metaphysically, what you're really feeling and thinking on a subconscious level, you're attracting or pushing away. So this video is more about women and attracting relationships and stuff like that. Typically, if you go in retention for a long time, and you don't watch any filth, you'll start to see women show up in your life. You'll start having conversations with women. They'll come up to you because you don't have that neediness energy. You have that attraction energy because you probably don't pay attention to it. And I'm sure throughout life, you've always done this. You just don't really, you never paid attention to it. You see what I'm saying? So for those of you guys that are trying to become aware of it, that's it right there. When you fast, when you don't have that needy energy, that's when it comes into your life. That's when it manifests for you. You know what I'm saying? You still want it, but you just don't obsess over it. So yeah, if you want more talks like this, like, subscribe. I'm gonna be talking way more spiritual, metaphysical, whether it's manifestations, whether it's healing, whether it's semen retention, all that good stuff, because everything is metaphysical.